Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Before we get started with today's video, let me tell you all about how you save some cash. You know what I'm saying? No regrets, you know what I'm saying? Alright, hey, but for real, if you want to save some money on your gasoline fill-ups in your vehicle, whether you're out driving for rideshare, for pleasure, going on an adventure, doesn't matter. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go into the video description below. We got a link there. You click on it. It is for the GetUpside app. You're gonna download that, put in our code, and you're going to save 15 cents per gallon in your initial fill up, and then you will continue to save money at participating gas stations in your area as long as you continue to use the app. Continue to use the app. There we go. So do that. Might as well, right? It's more money in your pocket, less money going to the companies that you're paying for gas. Okay, great. Covered that. Before we get started with this video, I also want to say thank you to our 20,000 subscribers that are on our channel here at the Rideshare Hub. Thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed to our channel yet, this is your opportunity to do so you can get alerts when we come out with great new content that is everything rideshare, because our goal is to make you a better, more efficient driver and make that cheddar. All right, cool. So on that note, what are we talking about today, Jacob? Well, we are talking about the top reasons that I or you or rideshare drivers sometimes stop driving for rideshare. Interesting. Also, sometimes we come back. Interesting. So I myself have been driving mostly part-time for the last 3 years, but also sometimes I drive full-time. And I have never quit fully, but I have taken several breaks, taken a hiatus from the rideshare game, and I'm going to share with you why I have done so. So we know rideshare driving comes with some perks, things like being able to make a flexible schedule, being able to cash out whenever we want to, being able to be in our own vehicles. I mean, that's kind of a pros and cons thing. Being able to not have a direct boss, that's beautiful, right? We're independent contractors. That comes with its own pros and cons as well. So why have I taken some breaks? Well, let's start out with this. Well, one time I was in an accident. I wasn't driving for rideshare. I had my app turned on, but I was at a stop sign just waiting to make a right-hand turn, and a lady turned into the front end of my car. Now, unfortunately, because of that independent contractor status, one of the more fragile situations are our vehicles. And in that instance, my vehicle had to go into the shop, and because I'm not an employee of a rideshare company, they're like, hey, sucks to suck, basically. Figure it out, and you can get back on the road when you can get back on the road. Now, that put my car in the shop for about 5 weeks. I took the first 2 weeks off. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And then week 3, I decided I was going to go through the rental car program with Lyft, which also a lot of pros and cons there as well. So that was one reason I took off 2 weeks, right? Had an accident. Now, staying on the topic of the vehicle and the fragile situation that is when it's your own vehicle, repairs, right? I have had instances where I have not had the money put away to do the car repairs that I need done, and it's not safe or convenient. For instance, weird rattling noises in my vehicle. I've had a couple of situations. I had one that came from like the top of my roof. Kind of weird, right? Like back back where the passengers sit, and every time I'd be driving, wouldn't even hit a bump, and there was just this loud rattling. So I couldn't really be driving people for that. Actually, here's something I'm going through right now. I kid you not. And so another reason right now I'm taking a break from driving. My screen I have an infotainment screen in my Mazda, and it is doing it's called the ghost screen. It's ghost screening. Fortunately, Mazda has extended the warranty on the screens because of that. However, they are on back ordered it's been over a year now, and this just started happening to my screen. But basically what happens is, as I'm driving, the screen is a touch screen. It thinks that someone's touching it, and so it just goes haywire. So I'll be listening to a station, and it'll start changing radio stations like it's possessed, and then it'll go to my contacts, and it'll start calling people, and I'm like, stop it! Can't handle it! And every time I do it, it does it, it beeps, so it's like beep, 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 and it's enough to drive you absolutely insane. So, I can't freaking have someone in my vehicle with that going on. Fortunately, mine has been intermittent, so it's like hit and miss, but it makes for a very, very delicate situation, because I really, truly, there's no way that I could be out driving someone with that going on. It would drive them insane. I would get a bad review for sure. I could turn off the radio completely. Then I'm stuck driving my passengers with nothing to listen to. So they'd be like, that'd probably get a bad rating too. And then I got to explain that every time. So very fragile situation, right? Also, I'm supposed to get a bunch of suspension work on my car, new front struts, and some other stuff done. And that comes with a big price tag, and so I don't want to be driving a lot, driving my car into the ground essentially before I get those repairs. So I need to, so it's tough, right? So this is a fragile situation because we're independent contractors, because Uber and Lyft have no responsibility for our vehicles, which is a big reason there's been a lot of strikes lately with Lyft and Uber drivers. Like, look, this stuff is expensive. All the repairs that I'm listing, all expensive things. So, yes, of course, we should be putting away money to make these repairs on our vehicles, and they are tax write-offs, but it is hard to put away $2,500, and also, you just never know when you're driving this many miles if 1, 2, 3, 4 things are going to go wrong at the same time. So a lot of drivers take off time for that. Okay, that was long-winded, but it's a very important topic, and it's a very relatable topic, I'm sure, to a lot of drivers. Okay, why else have I stopped driving? Well, quite frankly, because sometimes you just get burned out. And I'm someone that gets burned out at jobs pretty easily, quite frankly, unless it's, challenging, new and innovative, interesting. Like, I'm someone that could never work a 9-to-5 job in an office. No way. You could not. Just $100,000 a year? Nah. No, doesn't do it for me. And so I need things that are interesting, different. And so driving, the times that I've gotten burned out is when it's been like, I don't have a lot going on acting-wise or with other side gigs, and I'm in a pinch and I need to make a lot of money, and so it's like, well, shoot, now I gotta bear down and drive 50+ hours a week for this whole month, and then I find myself doing like a lot of later driving, until 3, 4 in the morning on weekends, and then you get more party people, and you have more situations that come up that you have to de-escalate. The more you drive, the more passengers you see. Sometimes the more it's like, okay, I don't want to have the same conversation 200 times this week. So, yeah, that's when I find myself getting burned out. So, if you are a full-time driver and if you've been doing it for years, kudos to you, because not only that alone, but I've gotten like burned out physically. I mean, seriously. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but when you're driving that many miles, day in and day out, your hip flexors, things start to get sore and stiff, my knees. I mean, I did just turn 30, so to be expected, right? I'm I mean, basically, my life is on the downslide now since I turned 30. Just falling apart, you guys! I can't do it anymore. But, for real, so those are all situations where I've become burned out, or something has come up and I have taken time off of driving for Uber or Lyft. Now, the tough part is this. This is the catch-22, right? I think for many of us, we've transitioned in our lives to where rideshare has become a prominent part of our income, or a crucial part of our income, and we've transitioned our lives, and now rideshare is a part of that, and we count on that driving to pay bills and other expenses. And so, you know, when things come up like Lyft changing their rate cards, and it's been a terrible hit for me here in the Phoenix area. I've taken a big loss on driving. I'm making quite a bit less. And so, but when something like that happens, they kind of got us over a barrel. Like, unless you have something else lined up that you can go and do that's a better option, it's hard for us to just quit. You know, it's like someone working at a job that you don't love. You want to do something else, but you still have to work there until you figure out what you're going to do. Not many of us are in a position that we can just quit and take time off and look for the next best thing. So, dang. And I think they know that, which is too bad. So, anyway, that's my spiel on why I have taken some time off of driving in the past. And that's just what it is. But please share your thoughts. If you ever quit driving for any reason, let us know where you're located, why you quit driving. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments on this. All right, you guys, that's what I got for you. Again, I'm Jacob Letman. Subscribe to our channel if you have not already here at the Rideshare Hub. Great rideshare information coming at you all of the time. And until the next one, drive safe, everybody.